Hello everyone, I'm Gao Yige. Student ID is 0382496. The topic of my speech today is the spread of false information on social media. Next, I will explain my topic from the following four aspects. The first is the introduction of the topic and its impact on mass communication. Then is the applied theories, relevant literature, and data. The third aspect is the real cases I used in my research. And finally, I will summarize the impact on mass communication. My topic is about the crisis of false information spreading on social media. By studying the background of communication and the current state of the world, we can understand the following data. 71% of people worldwide will have smartphones by 2024. And 73% of Canadians have seen content they suspected was false. 43% of Canadians struggle to tell true story from fake news. In today's digital world, social media has become the main source of information, which not only accelerates the spread of information, but also causes various false information to continue to spread. A new contradiction has emerged in mass communication between the improvement in information dissemination and the growth of false content, which has weakened public trust and endangered society. In this article, I will examine these questions: how false information spreads, the impact of false information, and what prevention matters for the spread of false information, with a focus on false information on social media. I used the communication models and the theories to conduct research. First, the Shannon-Weaver communication model explains the communication process between senders and the receivers. It serves as the basis for my analysis to examine why social media platforms serve false content to users. Communication is a linear process of source to encoding, to channel to decoding, and to destination, and the noise interferes with communication accuracy. The gatekeeping theory originally described how newsmakers filtered news, now performed by algorithms. Social media platforms influence our decision-making process by using algorithmic system to study readers' preferences, enabling users to stay on the platform for a longer time and thereby generating profits. Uses and gratification theory, which also called UGT, shows that users actively select content that emotional responses, even if misleading. To maintain users' engagement on the website, the, the algorithm determines the preferred recommended content based on users' preferences rather than the accuracy of the content. And I also used the following theory to explain the spiral of silence theory. Individuals are less likely to experience dissenting views if they feel they are in the minority. And echo chambers, situations where people only hear opinions of similar types, and Gresham's laws. Band money drives out good applies to today's media landscape sensational fake news outperforms quality journalism. And I used the following data to show the characteristics of the spread of false information. The first is the spread speed. Fake news spreads 6 times faster than the real news on Twitter. Sensational content is viewed twice as long as neutral content. And user verification behavior. Only 21% of Canadians actively check epidemic information, and 69% rely on consulting other sources. 53% click on the original link, but lack in-depth verification. The responsibility of content creators. The UNESCO data show that two-thirds of digital content creators don't conduct fact-checking. And I used these real-world examples: COVID-19 health misinformation, Pizzagate conspiracy theory, and clickbait journalism. Take the COVID-19 pandemic as an example. It has a header displays. The first is the vaccine hesitancy. Conspiracy theories have led to a decline in global vaccination rates and extended the pandemic. And the risky behaviors. The rumor of empty coffins in Brazil caused a crowd together, and 5 people were infected. The echo chambers effect strengthens bias. Algorithms continue to push similar false information, and users reject official rumor refutations. The spread of false information in the media had the main effects. The first is public health risks from following dangerous health misinformation, and erosion of public trust through echo chambers, and the weakening of quality journalism. And we have some solutions to solve that. Firstly, platforms should assume their responsibilities and adjust algorithms to prevent users from falling into information. Each should prioritize fact-checked content and reduce the weight of emotional content. The third is to strengthen education for the public, especially for disadvantaged groups such as minors and the elderly, to help them identify false information. And finally, creators should spread correct information, and relevant departments should strengthen to prevent false information from causing harm to society. For me, the war fighting against misinformation is not only about the information itself, but about what our future kids perceive the world as. We should all take action to resist the spread of false information and build a better future together. And that's all my presentation. Thank you.